My name is Rick Mounfield. I'm a chartered security professional and director with Optimal Risk Group based out of Reading in London. I'm also a director of the Association of Security Consultants. Today's CONSEC's 30th anniversary. We're at the Hilton Hotel near Terminal 5 at Heathrow Airport. We're talking about supply chain security and why it's important. It's about understanding what the risks are. What you provide to your client is vulnerable. If you can't supply the thing you're contracted to supply, then you're not going to get paid. Your business goes bust. It's important that the people that supply to you ensure that you can supply to your client. And finding the vulnerabilities in that chain is really key. And you've got to do the best you can to limit the vulnerabilities you find. The 12 principles broken into 4 areas, easier probably to understand, is to understand what our risks are, what are the threats to our supply chain, to our product, then what are the vulnerabilities that we pose in the supply chain to our client, and also to the people that we contract downwards, that they don't become the weakest link in the chain, so that we can mitigate those vulnerabilities, apply the controls, and then obviously lastly you assess and analyze. You've got to recap over what's gone well, what hasn't gone well, amend and start again. And ultimately, if we're going to create a security culture, everybody has a responsibility to understand security, how they can fix issues with security, and make sure that they are not the vulnerability themselves. If you become officious and you over-egg, the requirements in your contract, that supplier is just going to go, this is too difficult. I'm spending way too much money on this. Too much of my time is being spent on this. Disproportionate. I don't want it. I'll go somewhere else and supply to somebody else. It's got to be proportionate. It's got to be realistic and achievable. And so you have to work with them in partnership. And the best collaborations in supply chain are the ones where the contractor and the subcontracting entity are working in partnership and talking to each other both ways, candidly, honestly, and telling each other about the problems they're coming across. So you can fix them together. If you over-egg the requirements, then costs are going to skyrocket. Those subcontracting entities are going to put their prices up to fulfill what you demand, and then you're going to have to pass that cost on to your client, your customer at the end of the day. I think throughout this conference, the other speakers that are speaking from Wales and West Utilities, from Co-Comply, from BA Systems, Royal Mail, those are the people that are having to write these contracts or push them forward and advise what is applicable and realistic and achievable. And then there are also consultants in the room, other people like me, that will be helping businesses understand what those risks are if they don't have that in-house capability. So this, the CPD here is golden. We're part of an organization like this because we want to collaborate and share professional development opportunities we give for other people's benefits. And I'm here to receive as much as give. NCSC and MPSA were kind enough to allow us to use that material to deliver because they want it promulgated across all business because it makes everybody more resilient. It's all about sharing and collaborating, stronger together. It's the catch line for the association, stronger together.